Well, a very dramatic day on Monday in Paris when the Prime Minister Michel Barnier used special executive powers to force the 2025 budget legislation through Parliament. However, if you do that in France, it does open you up to the possibility of facing no confidence votes. Now, Michel Barnier says the French budget that he and his government have proposed is reasonable, is proportionate. It envisages some $60 billion worth of extra funds coming from $40 billion worth of spending cuts, $20 billion worth of tax rises. However, the left wing, some lawmakers in the centre and the right and far right have been up in arms for weeks about the budget. They say it goes too far and they have been demanding concessions from Michel Barnier. Now, time is tight because France has to approve the 2025 budget before we get to next year, so there's only a few weeks left. However, that budget legislation being forced through Parliament means that there are now no confidence votes on the horizon for the Prime Minister. The left wing and the far right both submitting motions of no confidence on Monday in Paris, and they will now be processed through Parliament, and it's likely that on Wednesday lawmakers will get the chance to vote on those motions. If either one of them passes, Michel Barnier, the French Prime Minister, will be left with no option but to resign. He will submit his letter of resignation to the President, who can either accept it, who could reappoint Mr Barnier, or could look for another Prime Minister. Lots of uncertainty at the moment. Sources close to Emmanuel Macron on Monday saying that he has just been urging MPs to look for stability. That's all he wants for the country. But the Parliament here in France is split into blocs well short of a majority. The left, the centre and the far right, no one is near to a majority. However, it does seem that France's government on Monday could well be on the brink of collapse because there does seem to be a majority of lawmakers ready to vote in favour of one of those motions of no confidence, bringing down the French government. Ross Cullen, CGTN, Paris.